Don't be a loser.
For the love of God.
I'm Stephanie,
I'm Helen.
and welcome to our podcast.
Hello.
Hello. So, everybody, remember to follow us, like, comment, share, all of the things. But number one, follow us. If
Yes.
you love us, if you hate us, if you're
We
like,
don't
oh, I
care.
just can't, if I just can't wait to see what wonderful things they say next, or I just can't wait to see the awful things they say next, follow
Yeah.
us.
Sounds good.
Yes, excellent. Ah,
Where
so
are we
there
starting?
was, what's that?
I said, where are you starting today?
I think I'll start. There's this quote, and I'm not sure how you pronounce the last name, but it's Julian Assange,
Assange?
Assange.
Mhm.
Yes. And they said by getting rid of paper files and replacing them with digital ones, they can erase history. One day you'll encounter the message page not found, and the next day you'll have them deny it ever actually happened. So I
Mm-hmm.
think that was one that you had sent me, and I thought
Yes.
that's really timely because I know they tried to do it by taking down statues that they didn't like in history. But just because you take it down doesn't erase it. And I'm of the belief of if you don't know what the history is, you're bound to repeat it. And I feel
Yeah.
like we do that over and over
Well,
as
yeah,
humans.
yeah. Yeah, if you don't know your history, you're doomed to repeat it. And yeah, Julian Assange had a lot of notoriety during the 2016 presidential election.
Hmm.
He had a lot of documents about different people, different programs, projects, including Hillary Clinton,
Mm,
which were really, in her mind, putting her in a bad light that wasn't true, which I'm sure it was all true about her. She's a horrible person. And
agreed.
yeah, but he also, and he went into hiding. He was in the UK hiding, he was getting sanctuary, asylum, whatever he could, because what he did was he released a lot of classified documents
Okay.
showcasing what was really happening in the world.
Hmm.
It's like the whole WikiLeaks. I don't know if you remember that. And
Hmm.
so he's back and he's saying, look, this is why it's so important to not just be digital. You want the paper trail. You need the physical paper because
Hmm.
it's so easy. And we do it ourselves. Oh, you know what? I don't want this file anymore. Doop, delete. It's gone forever. No one knows it existed. And no
Right.
one ever will because there's no evidence of it anymore. There's no hard copy. There's no soft copy. There's no nothing. There's no
Right.
digital footprint about it any longer. And therefore, it's just gone,
Right.
no more. And, so I do agree with him on that. And
Hmm.
it is very true. It's like the same thing with like, why are they so keen on digital currency?
Hmm.
Oh, because that way they can control your currency. If
Right.
they can't control your paper currency, because if you hold it in your hand, you have it. It's physical. But if it's
Right.
digital, they can go into your accounts and they can delete your account. They can remove from your account. They can tamper your account. They can do whatever they want to control you because they
Hmm.
now have control of your money.
Right.
They have control over who you are pretty much because we're going so digital with everything, digital IDs, digital this, digital that. They want to
Hmm.
put chips inside of you, so, for whatever godforsaken reason. And yeah, I mean, it's just really him highlighting the path we're going is not the path we should be going down.
Right.
There's goodness to it, but there's also a lot of caution that we need to make sure that we're addressing because again, there is something to the fact that I can keep my money somewhere and I can go see it. If you go
Hmm.
all digital, there's nothing to show that you actually have this
Right.
commodity, this currency, this anything.
Hmm.
And therefore, you know, when something does bad happen, you're at the mercy of the government. You're at the
Right.
mercy of whoever has control over your information. And why would anyone want to live that way? That's not living
Right.
free.
No, no. That is a great segue into our next topic because I saw that thousands of Swedes have voluntarily chosen to receive the small RFID/NFC microchip
Of
implants in
course
their
they did. They're
hands.
Swedish.
Well, and it's supposed to be for convenience purposes, such as access to cards and digital credentials, but
Yeah.
it remains a niche practice and is not a requirement. might I add, yet. And I think I already know what you think of that since we just kind of talked about it. But
Yeah. No, thank you.
yes,
No, I don't know why people are so enamored with this. Why do you want a chip inside of you? You're not an android. You're not a robot. You're a human.
right,
We shouldn't
right,
have chips inside of us tracking us and
right,
knowing every little detail about us. Like, when does it stop then? When Terminator becomes real? Like, it's just
right.
absolutely, iRobot? Like, do these people, have they never seen any kind of sci-fi movie? Do
I
they?
mean, perhaps it's because it's our generation that maybe these movies weren't that popular, but I mean, I feel like everyone in our age group and above constantly talks about Terminator, Terminator, Terminator,
Sarah
and
Connor would be
iRobot.
spinning in her grave,
Right.
thinking like, what are they doing? They're letting AI into their homes and now they're letting it into their own bodies. Like
They're
it's
welcoming it.
just, yeah. It's like, no, this is what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea why they want to do that.
Right, right. It's baffling to me yet
Yeah.
again. Speaking of another baffling topic, and we talked about this a lot on and offline. There's a influencer, and she goes by Alex Sunny.
Mm.
And she is someone who met her husband who lives in Afghanistan. She met him online a couple years ago,
Yeah.
saw him in person maybe once for a week or two, which would be vacation mode, and then decided to move there to Afghanistan because he could not come here. People all over the internet warned her and said, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And then some content came out where it seemed that he had other girlfriends and he was maybe trying to get them to come there, or he was trying to use them perhaps for a green card. And she is now in Afghanistan. And she I had kept talking about, oh, his family's going to welcome me and all of these things that didn't seem realistic. And the footage that I saw so far is she went to a hotel that seemed very um, not great. It would
Yeah.
look like it was a um, kind of closed, like it was in the Terminator,
Yeah.
and and she didn't see any of the family yet. She was very happy to be there in her hijab, and we'll see what happens with her. But I don't know if you've been following that a little bit, or if you've seen anything about her arrival there.
No, because I don't have time to watch retarded people and do stupid things like that. You know what?
Hmm.
She wants to go there and live there. She thinks it's going to be like some kind of fairy tale. Good for her. I mean, yeah, like what an idiot. Like, first of all, why would you want to go someplace where you lo are losing rights?
Right, right. I can't
So,
understand that either.
people complain like, "Oh, women don't have rights in America." Like, you're completely retarded if you think that, and I don't have time for you. So let's go to someplace where hypothetically you don't have rights, which is completely not true, to someplace where it is factually notated around the world for
Hmm.
that you have zero rights. But
Right,
let's do that. And okay, you want to be happy with that guy? Be happy with him. I don't care. But do not try to tell me that you are living your best life in Afghanistan
right. As a woman.
as a woman, as an American woman, going from to Afghanistan. That's your best life, really?
Hmm.
You clearly have mental issues, and good luck to you.
Right, right.
Yeah,
It's shocking to me that her family has is basically, from what I've seen online, like, well, it's her decision. She can do what she want. We just want her to be happy.
yeah, yeah, well, they're probably thrilled to get rid of her.
It's like, how about wanting your child to be alive and safe?
Maybe they don't care.
Meh.
Maybe they're like, she's so annoying and so ridiculous with what she's believing that they're like, go let her see it for herself because otherwise, sometimes you just have to let them do what they need to do and learn from their mistakes, and hopefully she comes back from this one alive.
Right, right. What is that podcast? Let them.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think Mel Robbins, and it's just basically let them. People are gonna do what they're gonna do.
Yeah,
Let
so
them.
let them. Yeah.
Right. Um, Another topic. So if Fauci has nothing criminal to hide, then why did he invoke the fifth more than 111 times?
Yeah.
And on the other hand, does invoking the fifth actually prove guilt? Or is this exactly the constitutional right there is to protect? And the Fifth Amendment does not legally mean I'm guilty. It protects a person from being compelled to provide potentially self-incriminating
He already
testimony.
has a pardon. So it doesn't, so for him pleading the fifth, it's because he's guilty.
Right.
You don't plead the fifth if you have a pardon because you're already protected no matter what you say. If it falls within the realm of what your pardon is for,
Mm-hmm.
they can't touch you. It's like diplomatic immunity.
Right.
So why does he need to do that? He couldn't even answer the color of his tie. Why? Because he has that much to hide. And it was all just, you know, for him, he doesn't care because he knows the people on the left are still going to love him. The people on the right are going to vilify him because he is a villain. He is evil. He's, spawn of Satan in my mind.
Agreed.
And not just what he did with COVID, but also what he did with the whole AIDS epidemic and
Yes.
introducing AZT as this wonderful, miraculous drug, which actually caused more harm, more deaths, more damage, more everything negative to the people who had HIV and AIDS.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised, but he is 1,000,000% guilty of being an ass.
Yep. It's shocking and mind-boggling yet again to me that there are people that don't see it that way.
Well, Aaron Rodgers, who I love,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he's so great. He didn't get the vaccine, no matter how
Mm-hmm.
much pressure the NFL and all these other organizations and people put on him. He's like, no, I'm not doing it. Suspend me
Right.
for games. I don't care. I'm not putting anything into my body that I don't know what it is.
Right.
And and then so he was on last week on ESPN before a
Mm-hmm.
game, and they were asking him like, "Whoa," they were asking him a question. He goes, "I plead the fifth," and he's like, "Just like that coward, Anthony Fauci."
Right.
Yeah, and he starts laughing, and he goes, "What are you hiding? Only a coward hides behind the fifth. What is he hiding?"
Right.
And the other guys were laughing, and he goes, "Yeah, you guys can laugh, but pretty much it was." I was standing alone saying, no, I'm not going to get the vaccine. No, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. And he's like, how much time did the news media waste on me because I refused to get the jab because I did this, because I refused that. And how much time have they spent on Fauci pleading the fifth 111 times?
Right.
Because it doesn't
Right.
even compare. He goes, so no, he goes, I don't care. So apparently ESPN is mad because he did that on the air and everything, but good for him. I mean, he is really such a great American.
I agree. I agree. Yeah. It's funny to me how people have such short-term memories. We
Oh,
didn't do that. We didn't act like that. Yes, they did. You were basically treated like not even a second class citizen, a
you,
third, fourth, fifth class citizen. They talked about rounding us up and putting us in camps if we didn't get the
mhm.
vaccine.
Re-education camps,
Mm-hmm.
and that we should be denied services if we went to the hospital,
Right.
and we should not be allowed to travel, only if you had the vaccine and you could prove it, should you be able to do anything with a normal life. Well, guess what? What they were wanting us to do was not normal.
Right.
That's not normal. That living that way. Normal is living with freedom and not
Right.
being told what you have to do with your own body.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, remember the whole stupid my body, my choice? Well, I guess it doesn't qualify when it talks about vaccines and your actual own body, not another human being that is inside your body.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
that you can, that you do whatever you want with because but for liberals, then it's just astounding to me how
Mm-hmm.
many people fell for the propaganda and will still die on that hill because they're either too stupid to know that they've been conned or they're too embarrassed to admit that they were conned.
Sidebar note, I think you're better off being someone who's embarrassed than someone who's stupid.
Yeah, but they can't deal with that. They can't. They would rather just keep living the lie instead of admitting to themselves that they fell for the propaganda machine, which
Right.
Millions of people did. They fell
Right.
for it. But
Hook,
the
line, and
reason why it
sinker.
stopped in the US, then, they tried to go further with it because half of the population's like, no, you're not forcing me to do anything. Why do you need to give me a donut to get this vaccine? Why are you trying to bribe me with an Amazon gift card to get this vaccine? What's in it for you? And don't say it's to save my grandma because no, it's not.
Right.
Yeah. So what's the real reason that you are so keen on everybody getting this? Because you know what? There's no way.
Yeah. I heard someone talking and they said, was that a good play on their part for whatever they were doing? Shouldn't they have just, snuck it into something that people were already getting? Like so many people get the flu shot every year.
Yeah, but the same people got the flu shot are the ones who got the vaccine. I
That's
never
true.
get a flu shot.
I don't
Why would I
either.
ever get a flu shot? That's
You get a little bit of the flu. You get a little sick or a lot sick of the flu strain that they think
yeah.
is going to be
And
prevalent.
and they're always wrong. They don't know what they're doing with it.
I'm knocking on wood because I haven't had the flu maybe like 10 years, maybe
Yeah.
more. I don't remember the last time.
I don't know. It's probably been
And
at
ask
least
me how many times I get the flu shot.
how many times you get the flu shot? Yeah,
0.
0, 0. Yeah, I think I
Hmm.
got the flu the last time in 2000, maybe 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try eating healthy. Try taking vitamins. Try working out. Try being an active person who actually cares about their body, and chances are you won't get sick. And yes, I have a small child in the house who gets colds, who's never had the flu,
Wow. Okay.
and he's never had the flu shot. He
Yeah.
takes vitamins. He takes, eats healthy. He's a kid, so he likes some junk, but his junk food is dark chocolate
Right.
or like some healthy chips, tortilla chips and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So yeah, take care of your body. It takes care of you. It's not to say that you're never going to get sick, but last time I was actually sick was probably in 2014.
Yeah.
Last time I was ill, and that was it.
So
And
I
before
have a,
then, it was
right.
probably another 10, 20 years before. Yeah, I mean, it's you put crap in your body, it's going to run like crap.
Right. Right.
And I know people, oh, I never smoked and I have lung cancer. Yeah, that stuff does happen. And I'm
Right.
sorry that it happens to people who didn't poison their bodies, but there's something else that you were around to give it to you.
Right.
And that's what you also need to be careful of.
Right. Well, another crazy thing on this, how about just washing your hands? Do you know how so many people don't wash their hands? And oh, I had just gone on a cruise. And you know how it's always a joke or kind of true that if you go to the theater or something like that, there's tons of lines in the women's restroom, none in the men's. And I always joke and say it's because they're not washing their hands. So
Yeah.
one woman was in our group was waiting and she decided to like check and see, and it was the men. They weren't washing their hands. Yeah.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, but that's gross.
Well, it is gross, but they probably wouldn't get the flu and these other things as much as if they wash their hands.
That would be too easy to do.
Just like your mom and your teacher and your grandmother and all of the people told you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you heard it here, people. You heard it here.
Yeah, I
We're
mean, they even have
groundbreaking
little
news today.
signs like employees must wash hands before returning to work. Just everybody wash your hands before doing anything else.
Not only that, but then I thought, every time I see that, which is all the time, I think, who are you hiring that they need this sign?
Yeah,
So,
I don't know.
yeah, it's kind of interesting yet
Yeah.
again. Let's see some of our other topics. Blah blah blah. This one, there's still more information coming out about it. It happened on August 1st. There was a 24-year-old Chad Williams. He opened fire at the Twin Falls In and Out.
Mm.
He killed 3 people and injured 7. Then he ultimately died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. But the remarkable part, there was an off-duty Idaho State Police trooper and an armed civilian,
Hmm.
and they stepped in to help him. and there was a 17-year-old. This is newer information. The 17-year-old was a nearby employee, Braxton Stubbe, probably mispronouncing that name too. Sorry, Braxton. He encountered the gunman, and while he was unarmed, he still helped create time for the people to escape. And police have released the surveillance video of the attack, but the motive remains unknown. So, and then the In and Out reopened 1 week later. So we don't know, or they know and they're not telling us, which could be the case as well.
Yeah, they know. They just don't want to say it because it's going to impact the narrative. So yeah, there was that mentally ill person who was shooting it up, and there was a civilian who had his firearm, and he
Hmm.
was trying to eradicate the situation,
Hmm.
and yeah, so that anyone who was involved in actually trying to stop this, hero.
Exactly,
Yeah.
100%
Yeah, and it is a true statement. The only way to stop a bad guy with a gun is with a good guy with a
with
gun.
a gun. Hmm.
Because if you don't, he's using a gun. What are you going to use? Your words? Oh, hey man, let's talk about it. You don't need to do it. Oh. Yeah, your words are not going to stop a bullet from flying in the air and hitting
Right.
somebody. So, yeah, and as I said before, I am all for the Second Amendment. But when you look to see who is continually doing these types of things,
Hmm.
most of them are on the liberal side. So
Right.
maybe it's just
Right.
liberals shouldn't own guns. Everyone else should, but maybe liberals shouldn't. Because if conservatives were the problem with guns, you would know it because most conservatives, a lot of conservatives have guns and they're not doing this kind of shit. They don't
So
do
our Montana friends don't even have a lock on their door, which to me is like horrifying. And they said, "Oh, we don't need to because they know everyone carries. So if
Yeah,
you break into someone's house, they're
yeah,
just gonna shoot you.
yeah,
They don't have a problem with it." And that's amazing right there.
yeah, yeah. That's
So,
the way it should be.
hmm.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's so unfortunate, so sad for those families that lost people and but thank God there were those people with legally owned firearms who
And just
stepped
good
in.
thinkers, fast
Yeah,
thinkers.
yeah, who stepped in to try to stop it, and also the bravery of that young man
Mm-hmm.
who is not armed to try to help people escape. Like
Right.
that's amazing.
Yep.
That's that's
So
so
shout out to
award
Braxton.
worthy. Yeah, award
Mm-hmm.
worthy.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So and thank you to the others, the off-duty police officer and the other good guy with a gun.
Mhm. Yeah.
So that's, I think, all the topics I have today. I don't know if you have anything that you want to highlight or bring up, or if you want to just tell everyone again how awesome we are, whatever you want.
Yeah, no, today I think we're good. It was a good range of topics, and
Mm-hmm.
we really appreciate the viewers, but people watching, but also the people who take the time to, like and comment and share other topics with us, because
Mm-hmm.
this is really, we enjoy it. We love it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's fun for us to do. And if we can make it entertaining and educational for others as well, then we're winning. That's
Right.
exactly the whole point of it.
And if when we go to heaven one day, one person says they saw this and said, we saw that and made us rethink,
Hmm.
and we're here because of something
Yeah,
Helen or Stephanie said,
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. No, the whole key is, Jesus.
Hmm.
Jesus is the key. Bring him into your life, bring him into your heart, bring him into your mind, and just see how much happier you're gonna be. I don't know. There's
Hmm.
so many sad, miserable, lonely people, and
Hmm.
I think that changes a lot when you change the dynamic that you have within yourself. And
Right.
that starts in my mind by having Jesus in it.
Hmm. I agree. I
So
wouldn't.
many people that I know that have done that. And it's like, wow, they're like, I didn't have to be that way.
Right.
There was
And I didn't
something
know
in
it.
me that was missing and I didn't know what it was. So I just was angry about it. And,
Right.
it's all it is getting to know God.
Hmm. Yep. Well, then on that positive, uplifting note, I will sign us out. So
All
I
right.
will say, don't be a loser.
For the love of God.
I'm Stephanie.
I'm Helen.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. Until next time.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.